Welcome to the Hilton Head Livin podcast. I am your host, O.T. Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you get the most out of your time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I am joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
All right, on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about things going on in Hilton Head this weekend, our favorite new thing that we tried last week, and as always, we're going to answer the people. With that, Jess, what's going on this weekend in Hilton Head?
Well, before we get into Hilton Head events, did you know that the 15th is National Wife Appreciation Day?
And the 18th is your birthday. So
the 18th is my birthday, so
full week of appreciation. And did you know the Gamecocks are 2-0? Woo!
I did, actually.
And have one of the best freshmen in the country. So we're rolling. We the offense is still a struggle, but we look good. Go Gamecocks.
Let's go back to discussing appreciating me.
Fair.
And did you get me anything? Have we gotten me anything for Wife Appreciation Day and my birthday now?
You'll have to find out. I'll have to wait and see.
Just putting it on your radar.
You'll have to wait and see.
Anyways, so for Hilton Head events this week, on Saturday the 14th is the Roots and Rhythm Festival in Bluffton. And you can shop local vendors. There'll be live music. These guys will be playing from 4 to 7. The gates open up at 2. It's at the Oyster Factory Park in Bluffton. There'll be a beer garden and food trucks. Tickets are $15 online or $20 at the door. They also have really cool raffle prizes you can win. There's golf packages, there's concert tickets, and you can get those online. You don't necessarily have to go there. You can get those online at rootsandrhythmfestival.com. On the 15th is the Harbortown Fall Fest in Sea Pines. It'll be from 11 to 6, and all the shops will have a sidewalk sale. These guys will be performing again. They got a busy weekend. And there'll be kids activities, and there's nautical activities, and there'll be a car display. And you can go to Sea Pine's website to see what time all those are taking place at.
And you like them too, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're definitely well known on the island too. They play at a lot of places, and good times. They usually play music people know. So also on the 15th in the evening, it is the last sunset yoga, beach yoga with Move Fitness Yoga. And it's at Fish Hall Beach, and bring your own beach towels and sunscreen. Definitely bug spray this time of year. And that'll take place 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And again, just some upcoming stuff to make you be aware of. Again, we had said last time the Shrimp Festival is coming up in about a week or so. So you can get tickets to those now before they go up just a little bit. Definitely worth it. And there is the Hilton Head Island Jam, the singer-songwriter festival. I just learned there is an app this year. How cool is that?
There's an app?
Yeah, so it's the Hilton Head Island Jam 2024 app. That's what it's called. And it will tell you the venues that the singer-songwriters are playing at, because there's a bunch of different venues at different times and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. All your information packed in one, and trying to figure out where everybody is.
Is the main show Low Cash still?
So that's the free concert in Low Country Celebration Park.
They were awesome last year.
Yes.
They were amazing.
Definitely looking forward to that.
You don't realize how many songs they also wrote for other people and were involved in. Just in general, all these people are music is such a collaborative thing where all these, it's not just the one artist that's made. I didn't even know any of this until last year's festival, and you realize there's 100 people involved in making a song. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And then a new thing, there is a sake tasting dinner at Low Country Fresh, and it only is 25 spots. So that's why I'm letting you guys know now. It takes place on the 25th, and you can visit their Instagram page, our website, to get tickets to that.
Okay, so going back to last week, what was your favorite new thing that you tried in Hilton Head last week?
Well, technically wasn't in Hilton Head, and I think it's probably the same for both of us. We finally got to go to Defusky Island.
Yes.
Which I've been wanting to do since we moved here. We were going to try our first Christmas here when my family was here, but then it was a high of 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And we got there by Hilton Head Boat Charters, took us there, although there is a ferry and some other places I can take you. And Explorer Defusky gave us a great tour. They provide the golf carts, and Caroline, who owns it, lives there. She grew up going there, so she knows all about it. She had great stories, great things to tell us. They did a phenomenal job with the tour.
Oh man, it was so entertaining. All the stories, the backstory, the history of the island. It was really, really cool. I mean, they had something for everyone. There's outdoor stuff. There's stuff for history buffs. There's stuff for, the church that we went to. There's stuff for, seeing the stuff along the beach. There's stuff for real estate nerds like me. There's tons of real estate nerd stuff that was just so cool. They've got the golf courses out there. It's just a really, really neat experience.
And we didn't even do everything. There were so many places that we still didn't get to. We went to the little winery there, and we went to the distillery that was there. Went to Turtle Beach at high tide, which is cool. But just driving around on the golf carts even was just an experience.
You can get lost there just driving around. It's a really cool place to just go get lost and explore. It was really, and just again, explore Defusky, Hilton Head Boat Charters. If you're going to do it through them, because they were unbelievable. It was awesome.
Yeah, like you said, you can just rent the golf cart and you get a map and you can go out on your own. But I was really happy we did a tour, because definitely would have get lost or missed really cool things.
Or learned so much of what we learned about what was out there. My favorite part was the church that we went to. It was like entering a time machine. It was like going back to a pre-Civil War era. It was really cool. That was one of my favorite experiences. And learning about some of the real estate stuff, like what happened to the hotel out there that they're trying to refurbish, and those houses that are just standing on the ocean. Some really neat information that we learned that that's not just information that you're going to Google or something. It's islander knowledge that they've learned from being there for a long time. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So as always, we're going to answer the people. And the question we've been getting most often lately is about wineries and breweries in Hilton Head. So Jess, why don't you tell everybody about the great wineries and breweries we have?
Which, today being a rainy day, would be a great day to go out and do that.
Yeah. And they've so many great options. People that are super passionate about it.
Yeah, there are. So there is actual winery on the island winery on the north side of the island, kind of near the airport. Small little space, but they've got a lot of good wines, a lot of unique wines, and seasonal too. So you can go at different times and they'll have different wines. And they do $10 for 6 wine tastings, and they're good pours. I love my wine, and they are good pours. So check them out on the north side. And then in Coligny Plaza is the Carolina Tasting Room, which they do $3 for 6 tastings. You get this big list. They have lots of wines, and you mark off which ones you want. They are smaller tastings. They're just kind of sips, which a tasting should be. So you can try a lot of them. And they also have wine slushies and to-go wine too. And then in Sea Pines, so south side, we're getting all different areas of the island, is Honey and Thistle. And they do first Friday tastings, first Friday of the month. They're brand new wines that they haven't put out yet. And you get to do tastings of, I think it's about 4 wines. And you can do wine tastings at any time too and pick which ones you want. And they're super knowledgeable about foods pairing with wine too. So they're a really nice owned family business. And then there is the Hilton Head Distillery, which is actually across the street from the winery. So if you don't really want to drive anywhere, go to the winery and then the distillery, and then the Hilton Head Brewing Company is right down the street. So a nice little area for you to go to. And then there is also Lincoln and South, which we've talked about a bunch and love. And that's really good for rainy day because they have games inside too. And they have their own little food truck, and they'll have live music when it's nice weather outside too. And then there is this Side Hustle Brewing Company, which is inside the bank. Talked a lot about. They have lots of TVs there, great to watch game. And then there's a locals only tap room, and they usually have food trucks there too. And then in Bluffton, just really quickly, there is the Burnt Church Distillery, which is a really neat. It looks like an old church. They have this huge stained glass window, which is beautiful. We've been on the tour. It's really cool. And then there's Wine Time, which is a cute little wine bar, great for date night. And then there's Lot 9 Brewery and the Southern Barrel Brewery, which that is right next to bowling alley. So that'd be great for a rainy day, too. And they usually have food trucks at both of those breweries, too.